Hello from my studio space. This is Swan with Blank Canvas and Coffee. This is a landscape that I created when I was asked to instruct at a paint party. I had drawn up a sketch of the idea for having lemon blossoms in the foreground with some background imagery of hillsides, and came up with the color palette and created this color rough to give an idea of the direction that I wanted to go with the painting. You can see here that I started by sketching out the image. I had done this ahead of time to show the guests. And then we started with, I suggested using cerulean blue and titanium white to begin with the value stage of the painting and blocking in the darker values in the background and the lighter values in the foreground. And then giving the option to include a vineyard if they wanted to. My finished piece did not have a vineyard in it, but we went through the steps of what could be done if they wanted to add a vineyard to get those values set in there for the vineyard vines in the field below. And we started adding green and some yellow to the image to get the vineyard area, that middle ground and foreground started. And here is an example of samples of paint that I would test out before applying it to the painting. And then going back in with some blue and blue-green and yellow to build up more of the vegetation that's in that part of the painting. I added some yellow to indicate a mustard trail going along the back part of the field as well, and then adding in the darker portions of the branches at this point. And it's just going back and forth and adding some to the sky as needed, building the painting up just to keep the mood that you prefer in the painting. And then here, adding more structure to the branches, adding some green to pull that into the middle ground, give it some harmony in that sense. And then some violet on the branches as well, pulling in the color from the hillside. And then going in and building up the flowers, starting with some white, then layering with yellow, buttery yellow kind of color, and then laying over that with some white just to build a little more interest, to make them look as if they're fluttering in a breeze. And then finishing up the details in the background elements of the painting, and then coming back in to the foreground, adjusting the colors as needed, adding a little green here, then building up and adding some leaves to the image as well. And I popped in a bit of red on the flower buds shown on the branch here as well. Again, you can see going back in with a little more detail, adding in some light yellow to pull the painting together, and going back and forth, adding a little more detail to the leaves, but not so much to overpower the flowers themselves. And this was the finished piece that we came up with. And everybody's looked slightly different. We had a really good time. They had a better understanding of how to build the painting. Some had never painted before and really appreciated the opportunity. So if you're hosting your own paint party or you're going to a venue to enjoy a paint party, I would highly recommend it. It is a great experience, and it's a fun activity to do with friends and family. Thank you so much for watching my Blank Canvas and Coffee video, and I hope to see you next time when we view another blank canvas together and maybe have some time to enjoy some coffee. If you enjoyed today's art session, please don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom of this video, and please click on the bell to receive a notification for my next art session. See you next time.